maybe, I guess, sort of talk about the revenue mix, where you see that heading, and the focus of the company, what you see over the next 44 months, and how that, the tough quarters you've had, how you see that shifting with the new products being rolled out in the fourth quarter.
I think, as of now, ads is the vast majority of our revenue. But subscriptions, I think, has the potential to grow. And I think it's going to come from small numbers, but it will definitely grow. And then we can also broaden it from, one product and to more products.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we have a team that can make that happen.
Yeah.
I also think that AI licenses will be a substantial part of our revenue going forward.
Mm-hmm.
And that's also more of, recurring in nature.
Who do you sell those licenses to? Who do you target? Is it the big LLMs or?
It's a combination of the big LLMs are I guess the largest demand, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
And there are about like 6 to 8 of them that are of
Right.
huge scale, as you know.
Yeah.
But then there are more and more like specialized in nature that we can train. So then it's more like as of now, maybe like 100 possible LLMs that could be buyers. Who knows?
Well, if you have
24 months, it could be like 100,000 maybe.
Right.
We'll have to see.
And if you have access to the data, that's what everyone is going to be, they're looking for tools to train their LLMs. But AI plays in a lot of ways in this field. How do you see it benefiting the company and potentially being a challenge for the company? Because you've seen, as for content creators, their biggest fear, I think, is that AI ultimately replaces them. And we've already seen that. It's not real time yet, but they're heading in that direction to where, it's going to be an AI. We've seen AI actresses. We're heading toward that model. And there probably will always be a market of original content creators, and people probably prefer that. But I'd like to hear your perspective on that.
Well, I think that's, I can understand that concern. I don't think it's going to replace, all creators in a sense, but it will definitely be a mix of the content that's out there and that we're already seeing. For us, I think, I like to see AI as there's like substantial upside, and the opportunities are much, much greater than an impossible negative impact for us.
Good.
But there are definitely threats for, websites where you have AI summaries or AI reviews, for example, where somebody gets enough information and then they never click to our website. It means we don't generate any revenue but they're using our content in a sense. But then the way I see it also is both on kind of as a pure revenue opportunity on the AI license side based on our data. That's one clear opportunity, but then it's more about building also features and like enriching our products based on the data that we have. We have in Port for Successor, for example, then the next phase and the big kind of next step is to build more like a AI personalized coaching feature that's based on huge amounts of volume and of data. And we think that would be really, really appealing and useful for that community.
Well, when you're evaluating some of the M&A targets that are out there, what are you looking for? Are you looking to access new markets, or is it you're bringing the users to the platform? What is sort of the key drivers when you're looking at an M&A?
I think it's like large and loyal user bases is one. We like when we see kind of under monetization that we think we can bring to the table. We have substantial size and we have much better, agreements with the most prominent ad networks out there. So that's just kind of a key. And then it's more like synergetic, like where do we find those synergies, both financial and operational, but also kind of on the commercial side, that how do they fit into our network in the best possible way? I think that fit's got to be perfect.
As a non-gamer, I saw League of Legends was 2009. Is that still, or do you have to focus on additional titles as they roll out? Like where does, I guess as the titles age, how does that impact you?
Well, we are severely affected as a game could, go up and down. But many of the games like League of Legends has been they've been here for so long. So it's they're looking to stay, and then it can obviously be decreasing and increasing a little bit, which does have effect for us. But I think our answer to that is kind of diversification. So we definitely need to launch new products based on new games that we believe can be winners going forward, and position those at an early state. So you typically if we see that an alpha of a specific game is really performing and goes to beta, then we need to be there then. So have pretty much like a first mover type strategy in that sense. Yeah.
That must be fun for whoever has to be testing all those games and tracking that. Are there any questions from the audience?
How much of your revenue is recurring? How do you see that thing's kind of changing over?
It's very, very little now at this point, because ads, you wouldn't classify them as recurring, right? I think that over the course of 24 months, we're going to see a substantial shift. It's hard to say exactly how large that will be, but subscriptions are, in nature recurring, and I think that'll be a really good part. And then I think AI licensing will be an important part of this as well.
My youngest is a big gamer, so I see the recurring. It's on my credit card.
I bet you are. Yeah.
That's great.